everyone, and welcome to Hot Topics. I'm Marnie Yu, your host, Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce. Happy August! August, oh my gosh, we're still the last month, full month of summer, but kids are going back to school, buses are on the road, so lots of things going on, but it doesn't stop here with us, so we've got a lot of activities coming up and going on not only in the town of Prescott Valley, but on into September. And then also joining us is Marilyn Huffman with the Better Business Bureau, talking about scams. And is there any time of year that we can't talk about scams and people taking advantage of other people? And she's got a bunch of them to share with us today. But first of all, I'd like to introduce Darlene Packard. She's a volunteer with the Healing Fields, Prescott Valley Healing Fields of Northern Arizona, which will be with us again at the Civic Center from September 6th through the 13th. So Darlene is going to give us a whole run through of everything that's going on, but please put it on your calendar. The Healing Fields are up for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's the most wonderful, heartfelt, warming display remembering those we lost on 9/11. So please join me in welcoming Darlene Packard.
Thank you, Marnie, for having us on once more. This is our 8th year, and it is my 5th year of being the chair of this great event. It was started, of course, by Mary Mallory, and I am honored to be able to continue on and raise her baby, so to speak. So, our field goes up on September 6th at 7 a.m., and it will come down on September 13th at 7 a.m. We can't do it without you. We need your help. So if you would like more information, you can email healingfieldpv@gmail.com. If you want to volunteer, you can email healingfieldpv@gmail.com. You can call me, 928-848-0626, and I look forward to seeing you out there on the field. So, let me tell you what's going on. Patriot Week. We have the Blessing of the Field on Saturday, September 7th at 9:30. We also have the Patriot Run that will be Saturday morning, beginning at 0700, and you can register for that at raceentry.com. And that is a great event. You get to run amongst 3,000 flags and support our Central Arizona Honor Guard at the same time. Tuesday night at 6 o'clock, we have a field, or we have a, concert, yeah, thank you. A patriotic concert. We also have one on Saturday night, September 7th at 6, and that will be by the Humboldt Unified School District Children's Mixed Choir, and that will be a patriotic concert, free concert as well. So bring your parents, bring your kids, and come on out and celebrate our wonderful, wonderful country. More time. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Wednesday is the memorial, the Patriot Day Memorial. That starts at 6. And again, it's a wonderful evening of a lot of tradition with our firefighters and our police. Again, with the 3,000 flags, we have a wonderful speaker. She is retired New York City captain of the court. And her and her partner went into the towers that day, and her partner didn't come out, and she will tell us her story. Hope to see you then. Again, the flags come down Friday at 0700, go up on September 6th at 0700. And Marty, do you have any questions?
Do they need to register ahead of time in order to help with the flag setting up or taking down?
No, they don't. They can just show up 0700. You have to check in at the table when you get there. Let us know that you're there, and that's all you need to do.
You'll be given an assignment.
You will get an assignment.
And tell us a little bit about the healing fields and the flags. I understand that our deputy town manager, Ryan Judy, worked very hard.
Yeah, that was wonderful. Starting in January, he redid all of the bio cards, and he found the corresponding picture. So every bio card has a picture of the victim or the soul that left. And we are getting ready to put them together. If anybody would like to come and help with this 3,000 card project, we would love to have you. You can call Volunteer Central, talk to Heidi, and she will put you in touch with Ryan or myself, and we're looking forward to that project. It truly was a labor of love on Ryan's part, and we're very thankful for him and very proud of him.
That's a beautiful job that he did. Tell us about the children that we lost, and they're represented.
Teddy bear. We have 8 teddy bears on the field. The youngest person that we lost was, I want to say, 4. And her mother and her mother's best friend were on separate planes. The little girl and her mother were on a plane to go to Disneyland, and her mother's best friend just so happened to get a better deal on another airline. And truly, it was a better deal. So that her teddy bear, her bio is on the field. We have 343 pairs of firefighter boots, 77 pairs of boots for our police, 52 pairs of boots, military boots, and they are all on the field with their bio card, standing proudly with their flag. We also have the 19 hot shots on the field.
And isn't there a visitor center where people can, if they're looking maybe for a specific person?
There is. We have an info table, which we also take volunteers for. It's runs from 10 until 7. And at this table, you can, if you have a question about locating a flag, these people can help you. The other thing that Brian did was go through and reorganize the field so it makes more sense. They're in alphabetical order, and we have 4 quadrants on the bottom field, 4 quadrants on the lower field or on the upper field, and the cards follow the natural order in the alphabetical way.
And then the fields are open 24/7.
Yes, they are.
During that week with the evening time and early mornings with floodlights.
And their fields are lit 24 hours a day. But if you want a real experience, go there at night in the silence. And if you listen really close, you'll hear them. They are present. And we bless the field Saturday morning, and from that time going forward, the fields are considered to be hallowed until Friday at 7 o'clock.
It's been a labor of love and something that Prescott Valley has been extremely proud to have in our community. Again, 8 years.
Yeah.
And how quickly the time goes by, and how we still remember that day, September 11th, 2001, like it was yesterday. And I remember watching it on TV. My mother called me and said, "You got to watch the television, And my son was off to school, and I was living in Springerville, Eager, Arizona. And it was just an incredible time and moment in our history that Prescott Valley makes sure is not forgotten.
And our mayor said to us last week that in explaining where our flags were, they're in the heart of Prescott Valley, but it's so appropriate that our flag be in the heart of Prescott Valley, because Prescott Valley is the most patriotic town I know anywhere, but in Arizona for sure. So yes, they are in our heart, and they will be there forever. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Darlene. And again, these are available at the Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce office. It does have the whole schedule of events. Also speaking to the Patriot Run, and I'll be out there walking my 1 mile. So I will be out there supporting our Central Arizona, our Honor Guard out there, and that's what we're doing, is raising money with that 1 mile, 5K, and 10K run.
Right.
But Marnie's a walker.
And www.wraithentry.com.
That's good. So let's all come out on, that's September 7th.
Yes, it is.
We'll be out there. Okay,
Right.
thanks,
Thank
Darlene,
you.
very much. Okay, I'm not sure. I know Marilyn's sitting over there. She's going to talk about scams. We got to get her poker face back on, because I think when we talk about the healing fields and the 9/11, and it brings tears to a lot of our eyes and still touches many of us who do remember. So, Marilyn, let's talk scams. Marilyn Huffman is the regional director for the Better Business Bureau of Yavapai County, and she's heard it all. If there's a way for some person to try and make money without putting any much effort into it through somebody else,
That is true.
it's amazing, huh?
It is true. And you are right. I probably have heard it all, or I feel that way some days.
Right.
And then other days I think, well, I have not heard it all.
Well, we mentioned
and I learned about something new.
that it's August and it's back to school, so you have some back to school tips to keep everybody safe and your money in your own pockets.
I
All right,
do.
Marilyn.
I do. Thank you, Marnie. Thank you for having me. It is a tough time, and especially for parents. I had a class that I was teaching just this morning, and one of our parents is a first time. Her daughter's getting ready to go to kindergarten. She was overwhelmed with the size of the list that she got for supplies to purchase and all of the necessary steps that she had to take to be ready. So it can be overwhelming to go back to school. And as the children get older, they have a tendency to be a little bit pickier about what they have, what they're getting, what they like, what brands. And nowadays, of course, to go online is very convenient when purchasing materials. However, going online can also open up a whole other door to scammers coming into your life and possibly taking advantage of you. So I brought some information that can just really help you avoid being taken advantage of in the long run. So start off with making a list. If you don't actually get a list from the school or from the teacher that your student is going to be with or your child is going to be with, making a list can help you avoid impulse buying, which can overall jack up your total in a hurry. Impulse buying, as I think most of us have experienced that moment where you thought, oh, I really didn't need that, but I really wanted it. So making a list can help you avoid that. This is one of my favorites that I always forget to do. Shop at your own home. What materials do you have already in your home that can be utilized at school? Research any big ticket items. So if you're looking at purchasing a laptop or a tablet, if you have a child going to college and maybe they want one of those little mini refrigerators, things like that, researching those big ticket items, making sure you understand the brand that you're buying from, the terms and conditions, if there's any warranty, what are the policies for returning items. You want to make sure you pay attention to that. You can always compare prices, and that's why sometimes going online can be less beneficial than actually going to a brick and mortar store. So we would encourage that you support your local community, and if you can go to a brick and mortar store and do your shopping that way, that would be ideal. Save your coupons. You can sign up for email alerts online to get a discount for certain items. You can ask for student discounts. A lot of stores provide student discounts, but they won't do it if you don't actually ask for it while you're in the process of paying for that item. You can also shop in bulk. Teachers, once again, they really can give you quite the list of materials that they need and supplies that they need for your student throughout the year. So if you can shop in bulk, that's a good idea. And if you have connections with other parents in your neighborhood, at the school, through your church, your local community, you can get really good advice sometimes from other people that have said, oh, there was a great sale over here, you got to go check it out, or you should pop over here, or I went to this website and found really good deals. So that can really help. And then once again, what are the return policies? What are the exchange policies? save those receipts. So even if you're doing it online and you get an email, that would still count as a receipt or a confirmation. And that can be really helpful if you are wanting to return something. You also want to save that receipt because you want proof that you paid for an item. What if you pay for an item and it doesn't come to you? If you are doing the shopping online thing, you want to make sure you have that so that if you need to dispute a charge, you certainly can. And obviously paying with a credit card is always going to protect you more than paying with cash or check or a debit card, which is like cash. Paying with a credit card does offer you a little bit more recourse. So especially for those big ticket items, make sure that you pay with a credit card. So I also wanted to mention briefly, it's not just elementary school or high school, junior high. There's also college students that are going back to school. And a lot of times now they're an adult. They want to make decisions on their own. And a lot of times parents will step back and let them do that. So things to just pay attention to. Books are very expensive for college students. So are a lot of the lab supplies that are required. And so there are a lot of online scam reports for students that are taken advantage of because they find a good deal, or they'll type in books at huge discount or books online for sale. And all of these different sites will pop up. And how do you know if it's a legitimate site? What do you look for? So look for that little HTTPS. The S stands for secure. You should not be purchasing anything online without that S there. I would suggest, BBB would definitely recommend that you do not purchase from a site that you don't recognize. So if you don't know the name of the company and you're unable to find out information about them, you may want to avoid that website. And then another thing to consider is, before you purchase online, are you in a safe spot? So are you at Starbucks using, free Wi-Fi? Are you, like I, travel a lot maybe? And so maybe you're at a hotel and that's also Wi-Fi that's available to scammers to easily access your payment information. So do not put in that payment information or personal information when you are utilizing Wi-Fi that's not protected. So very important. And then the other one is employment scams. It is always something that I know when I went to school, it was a big thing for me to have a job because I have to be able to pay for laundry and for the first time in my life, buy my own toilet paper. Things like that you just don't think of until you're in that process of becoming an independent person. So employment scams, employers that are scammers are out there and they know that you're looking for that job. You have a crazy college schedule. It might be difficult for you. You might have your eye on earning a certain amount of money, and sometimes that can be hard to do if you're going into certain industries like fast food or things like that. I was a Subway sandwich artist in college, and it was a great job. I had a great boss, and I learned a lot. And I still love to build a mean sandwich, I will tell you this. But just be careful when you're looking online for those, when you're on thejobbing.com or the Career Builder, if you get someone reaching out to you instead of you reaching out to them, and they tell you, we are going to have this amazing way for you to earn money. You only have to work 2 hours a week and you can earn $2,000 a month and you'll be set. That's a red flag. You should probably just laugh it off and move on to something else. Make sure that there's brick and mortar. So in other words, the business that you're looking to do a job with, is there actually a brick and mortar, not just a post office box? And then if they ask for private information, that is illegal and not something that they should be doing. So if you're online and they say, we really want you for this job, you're qualified, you can do this, it'll be great for you, but we need you to get a background check and we need you to pay for it ahead of time. And then all of a sudden you're providing your social security number online, which you think is okay because you're applying for this job or you've been told that you have this job. So just be very cautious about things like that as you're out there getting ready to start your life. We think that we know everything. We think we're invulnerable, and that's the moment that we're most vulnerable. So we just have to be aware. I don't say don't live in fear, don't be scared, but be aware of what's going on around you and all of that. Lastly, I would like to give a shout out to the parents who think that their kids are safe as far as Social Security and all of that is concerned. We've seen quite an uptick in children having their identity stolen. And honestly, if I had a 8-year-old child, I had my sister check all of my nephew's credits scores a couple of weeks ago, just because we have seen an uptick in this. You don't check a credit score for an 8-year-old. You don't think about it, but they do have a social security number and they do have an identity, and you really don't want them to get to that college age where they're applying for a scholarship, they're applying to go to these different colleges, and all of a sudden they find out, hey, wait a second, you've been making purchases for years. What is all of this that you've got racked up over here? So parents, it's free. You can go online, freecreditreport.com. It literally genuinely is free. It's not going to give you your score, but it will give you that report, which is what you want to see. You want to see the report listed out, and you just want to verify that your child is safe and protected. So it doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of time, and it'll save you and your child a lot of grief in the future if you can catch it now. So I would definitely suggest that. Do you have any questions for me, Marnie?
Another one of the red flags, and I think you've mentioned this before, is if in jobs, if they say you can make $2,000 a week, but you need to send us $500 to start the process.
Correct.
They ask for money ahead of time.
Correct. Absolutely. Good point. When they basically, it's usually a training kit. That's how they get you. They'll say, "Oh, it's only $500, and then you're going to be making $2,000 a month in no time at all. But you have to send us this money ahead of time. We'll easily train you, and then you're never going to hear from them again. They won't answer your calls. They'll offer to sell you leads. They'll offer to sell you all of these things that supposedly are going to be so great for your business." So yeah, good point. If they ask for money up front, it's definitely a no-no. For sure. Yeah.
Well, Marilyn, you have... No, don't be afraid.
Yeah, no, don't live in...
She can't scare the pants off you, I'm just saying. Holding on to my wallet, don't use that crazy Wi-Fi and everything like that. But
Just
like
be
you said,
cautious.
be aware, be cautious. And it's nice to know that you hear what's out there so that it doesn't come to you by surprise. Because I know from personal experience, a lot of the shows that we've done together talking about scams, I've been experienced one, but it's something I'll see either on an email or a phone call, and I say, I remember Marilyn talking about this, No, I'm not going to give you my social security number, and I know you're not from the IRS, and I know you're not going to repossess my car, and you hang up. The same with a lot of those letters, because they can be very, very sneaky in just changing a logo by that much, and therefore then you have an official looking document that's not real, and there's certain companies, IRS and a lot of those, Social Security, that do not contact you that way.
Correct.
And so if you have any questions, you just call Marilyn. That's what I say.
Right.
That's what they like her there. And we like her there. Because I have sent her one or two that I've gotten emails, and I said, Marilyn, this just doesn't look right. What do you think? And sure enough, she sent it back and she said, oh, no, don't even open, don't answer it.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
We're always available, so you can send us an email. You can go on our website, bbb.org, or you can give us a call, 928-772-3410, and we will try to help you. If I don't know the answer, which sometimes I don't, I will get you to the people who can.
Yeah.
I'll put you in touch with your chambers. I'll put you in touch with the YCCA. There's a lot of people out there who are available to help and who are expert in their field, even if I don't know, so we can help protect you and help avoid getting harmed in any way.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
Just be careful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would it be a good idea for the child's social security number to go and register on the Social Security Administration website? Would that be a safe thing to do?
They should be.
Okay.
Once they're assigned that number, it should be registered, but it never hurts to follow up with things like that. It's kind of like the DMV. They should report that you no longer have that ticket on your record, but have they really wiped it clean? So, and I'm speaking from personal experience on that one. I have a suspended license? What?
You find somebody else. Yes, that's so true.
Yes, so it's always good to, take care of your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Marilyn, thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you,
always
Marnie.
great to have you. I always walk away looking behind me now, like, who's after me? No. Well, yeah, I think that's it. I think we're pretty close. What I would like to do is give a big, huge shout out to Mary Mallory, our new supervisor for District 5. Jack Smith had left retired or resigned and moved on to a wonderful position with the USDA. But Mary was selected to replace him as supervisor for our District 5. Mary Mallory has been a wonderful councilwoman for the town of Prescott Valley for many, many years, darling. You probably know how many. But again, she was also instrumental and the driving force behind bringing this community together for the Prescott Valley Healing Fields of Northern Arizona. So she's a passion for the community. Now she just takes it a little bit larger for the whole district in Yavapai County District 5. So Mary Mallory, congratulations, Supervisor. We hope to have you next month on Hot Topics to say a few words and to share what your future looks like as a supervisor. So great show. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Darlene. The Healing Fields of Northern Arizona, again, September 6th through the 13th. Please come out and we'll see you there. Have a great month.